I think my plotter journey is already over before it even started. Hello everyone, this is Simone, and what I just said sums up this video in one sentence. In July, I purchased a plotter in Bible size because I thought it was the perfect alternative to a Hobonichi Weeks that I have been loving since I started using it at the end of 2022. The only issue I had with this planner was that the pages in the back were not removable and I wouldn't be able to sort them. The solution that I have found was just to use them as I went and then put a number 2 and an arrow to the page that the first list was, if there was more than just one page. And it has been working, it was great, but I have been thinking about the plotter as a remedy for exactly that problem. And because the layout is very similar in the weeklies, I thought it wouldn't be such a difference to move into this planner. Now that I've been in this since, when did I start using this? I think I'm not sure if I actually used this, but so I started using it in June 19th, and it's not working. Of course, this is a narrow. This was the only weekly that I was able to get, so a Bible size insert would be a little bit bigger, almost smaller in height, but almost a bit bigger. If we take away this margin right here, it's basically the same size as the Hobonichi Weeks. So maybe if I were to give this a bigger chance, then maybe I wouldn't struggle as much with this. But I tried to use it in the same way that I had used it in the weeks, that I had used the weeks, and that didn't really work. So I tried to use it like that. This did not work at all. Here I didn't really use it. Then I decided, well, I'm gonna do a weekly list right here, put some stuff over here, and it just, I don't know. You can see here, it is not, I'm not really using it. This was trying to make it work. I put appointments right over here, my weekly to-do list. I tried to put what I wanted to do on each day, but then my weekly to-do list was gone. I had that on a sticky note right here, which then would cover up half of, if I had it here, this was covered. If I had it here, this was covered. I put in blue what I did each day. I liked this. However, I still grabbed this notebook here and did dailies, which I haven't done in over a year, more than a year. Because as much as I love daily to-do lists, I would rather have them in one weekly overview so that I do not lose track of the daily tasks that I didn't get done. Now what? Yesterday, so I think this is also a really big no for me. I was trying out a fountain pen, and I am just so used to using the Uni Jetstream that this doesn't, just even the look of this doesn't work for me. It's too dark, too black, even though I love a really, really black in a pen. This is not what I'm used to. This is what I'm used to. I'm used to having the option of 3 different colors, which I don't have with a fountain pen either. So this test failed basically in the beginning. So now I'm in this week and I'm using the fountain pen, and I am thinking about through some things, and I want to note them down. And I just didn't know where to put them down. This never happened with this Hobonichi Weeks at all. Maybe I feel this is more precious. I really cannot tell you the reason why I like using this more, even though this is not that much different. But I was able, even this is a full page, so I was able to make my own dividers here, and these lines stand out much more than here. There are no lines, they just shine through from the back. So this was always like, okay, there's still a line here. How can I make this bolder? So I tried it this way, which wasn't the right thing to do. I thought it would be, but it wasn't. So now I'm here. I tried this for 2 months and my brain is scattered. It is not where it's usually at. And I need my planner, as I said before, to work for me and with me instead of having it because I want a planner and it's not in use. And then I refer to notes pages or something here. So now, do I give up? This is such an expensive planner to just put on my shelf and wait for another time. The 2024 inserts have just been released. So if I wanted to use this in 2024, now is the time to get them, because I think last year it was just really hard to get your hands on the weekly inserts, the later it got in the year. And I'm actually thinking that I'm just going to move back into here right now. I'm going to take everything out and then I'm going to sell this. And I'm sad because I really like the idea and concept of this. And maybe it would work out if I gave it a longer time frame to work for me. But if in the meantime I'm struggling with my day-to-day life and the tasks that I think of and that I need to do, then is it really worth it sticking with it? Is it like, yeah, do I have to do this? So what I'm thinking right now is I am going to walk you through this and show you how I set it up, because I actually really think that this would be working great if I just was so drawn to this, wasn't so drawn to this. I love that, you know, the pen loop here, it's fine, it works. It's a struggle to put in and out. Maybe I need to use another pen, but this is the pen I want to use. Here, it's there. And then I loop this around. No, I don't even do that. And it's on there. It comes off easily. Maybe it's breaking. Could be. I have this, I can close this, I can open the page that I'm at really easily. I can just place this, where am I right now? I can just put this here. I can close this and then it opens up to the page. Here, even though I have this here, it's so hard to get to the page. Maybe I'm trying to sell this to me right now instead of keeping on with this, but this is how I feel right now. So I'm going to show this to you the way I had set it up, and then I'm going to probably strip it, take photos, and sell it. So this is the Bible size plotter in the, is it camel color? I will put a link or a photo or name on the screen. I had a card in the front with my own sticker that says things to remember. This is an artwork by Brandy Kincaid. On the back is a reminder that I want to keep near and dear to my heart. I would rather be tender and tethered to this world than unable to see the joy and beauty in the first and last blooms of a season, or taste the cake baked by a friend using a recipe from their grandma. I would rather be a little bit broken than risk never seeing and feeling the light that comes in through the cracks. This is an Atlas Stationer's card. I cut it down and I put a pocket on the back here so I could put my rulers and stencils here. Somehow I must have lost my green stencil, the little one from Hobonichi. But this one is an old one from Coco Daisy that I cut down. This is here. Then I have this page lifter with elastic that I can put right out on here to close it. I think it would be okay if you didn't have one. Then the next is the 2023 yearly overview with a monthly right here. Another thing that I'm really annoyed with is the monthly. I do not like that Saturday and Sunday are stacked. And if I wanted to get a different insert in Bible size, I'm not sure. Is this actual personal size? If I wanted to get one, I needed to order it from somewhere else instead of Plotter. And so that's even more hassle. And then after that, I have the weeklies right attached here. I did hole punch this, and I made this from the plastic sheet that was included in the Hobonichi Weeks to make it secure, I think, to protect the cover here. And I just cut it down and hole punched it, and this was already attached. This is from the Travelers Company yearly stickers. And then after that, I put another card by Brandy Kincaid. Do you want me to read it? I can. This is for those times when you're not sure where you're going, let alone how you will get there. This is for the times when the map is only a scrap and you don't know how to read it anyway. This is for the times when you decide to make it up as you go, when you realize no one else really has the answers either. This is for the times when you take the hand of a stranger and make them a friend, because meandering was made to be better together. This is for the times when you realize every good habit begins with both a yes and a no. This is for those times when you say yes. This is for those times when you say no. This is for the times when you try. I just love having these reminders everywhere. So that was something that I loved having in this book, which I can have in here as well, but it's harder to put them in here. This I just cut down and hole punch. Then I have the notes pages here. I have a folder for each one of my kids. I have I just started taking notes for the San Francisco Pen Show, what I want to bring to the people that I'm meeting. There's some more blank notes. This is my pen pal folder where I have a list of people I need to still reply to, and it's long and tedious. This is an Atlas and Vanessa shopping list, and that's all there is for notes. This is another one of those lifters, and this is the pen loop, and it works, but it's just not the right thing for me. So I'm going to strip this. I'm going to transfer everything into my Hobonichi Weeks, back into my Hobonichi Weeks, and we'll keep on carrying this with me for the rest of the year. So let's talk about this. This is the other plotter that I currently have in my possession. It is not mine. It is my friend Amy's, and she lent it to me so that I could trial run it. And I really like it. I like the fact that I have monthlies in the front where I do my video planning, and then I have removable pages in the back where I can have different categories of things that are related to the fact that Ko-fi, to all of my creative endeavors. So it's not just Ko-fi, it's not just stuff that I capitalize on, but it's also maybe a knitting project, my sewing recipes, all of this would be in here. I previously had this in an A5 Filofax, and that was way too big, too clunky, and so I don't really plan on going back there, but I also do not plan on using a plotter. What is the reason? Because I just feel like that in order to have this at home, yes, this is a luxury product, and I just don't feel luxurious enough to use this. This is the simple fact. And if you watch Santa Clarita Diet, you know what I mean. That's what I'm thinking of right now. So I have, while browsing Amazon Japan, I came upon a monthly from the Kokuyo Campus Planner. And that is a squishy binder that is also very slim. And you could use that monthly in there. However, that one has 16 tiny rings. So I am not sure. First of all, I don't know if these monthlies are sold in the US, and it becomes quite expensive when I'm ordering only those items from Amazon Japan. And so now I'm really struggling with, am I still spending that money? It would definitely be less than maybe a Hobonichi Day Free. Basically, the Hobonichi Day Free in rings would be the perfect setup for me, or in tiny rings would be the perfect thing for me to use for those things. And so I'm gonna insert a photo right here of the notebook. I found that on JetPens, and I'm probably just going to do a little bit more research on finding out if I can get the monthlies from JetPens and how I would get my hands on them without spending like an exorbitant amount of money on shipping. Yeah, so that is my plan right now for my plotters and basically for 2024. I will definitely come back and check in with you when we get closer to the to 2024 and tell you about my plans, my final plans, which we all know that January 1st, 2024 doesn't mean that my planning has to change dramatically and drastically. It can change in March 1st if that's when something really big happens in my life and I need a different planner that suits my needs then. I just wanted to come back and film this before I take photos and sell it off. I'm also going to the pen show next week and see Amy. So I thought, well, now is the time to talk about this, because if I don't do it now, I will not have these things in my possession anymore. So I'm pretty sure that 99% of you think that this is a rash decision. I know that you think that. Part of me agrees. Let me know in the comments below if that's your thoughts or what you're thinking. Sometimes some projects, just tests need to be made to know that it's not the right thing. I'm gonna keep it short now. Goodbye. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.